The Artistry.
Hey yo, what you doing, everybody?
Was good.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday,
Yeah.
Sunday fun day. It's your girl
fact.
V-Henny.
Fucking last night was mad real.
Yeah, we have Fuma
Sunglasses and
Mucho.
Advil.
Y'all
Word.
already know the vibes and DJ Apollo.
What's goody, y'all? How y'all feeling?
I woke up a little fucking hungover.
Word. Facts. No, a little.
Yeah.
Sound
not
like a
really.
good ass night.
Yo, it was a good ass night. I can't even fucking. I'm like, I woke up. First of all, I don't even know how many fucking drinks of cups of Henny I had last night. Yeah, right. Like after a while, it just kept coming. Like
I seen you holding the same cup the whole time, honestly. So I wasn't even really counting.
Yeah, because that shit was filled the same way every time. That shit was filled
Yo.
the same way every time. She was getting fucked up.
all right.
Yo, and it's funny because we get to it's like I got fucked up to a point where I even forgot half the things that I do. Like I just came here to rap. So where to shout me out, where to find me. I was just so drunk. I was just like, oh shit. Oh yeah, I'm a little wavy right now.
Nah, it definitely was a good night, man. I would just say, welcome to the motherfucking Artistry, motherfuckers,
Facts.
yo.
So 99.
I know, like.
What?
Y'all been really
What?
putting in some work. Like,
Who's y'all? That's hard.
99 episodes, bro. Like I was looking at that today. It's funny because somebody hit me up. They're like, "Oh, can I have a set up an interview with someone for next week?" And I was like, "Nah." I was like, "That's the 100th episode. Like, I want to plan this out correctly."
You want to make it special?
Yeah, and I was like, so. No.
Yeah,
I was like, you can wait.
Yeah, nah, of course. There'll always be more. There'll always be more people to interview. There will not always be another 100 episodes.
Yes.
You know, so it's all due respect.
It's definitely an accomplishment, man.
Last night was great, yo.
Last night, it's funny because I thought it was gonna be like
You
a
said
light.
it was a little. Yeah, you said it was gonna be light.
It was for. We've had it packed, but it was packed, but it wasn't like to over capacity like we've been having it. You know.
what I enjoyed about last night was I've done a couple of shows with you, and the crowd was like, everybody was like really in it. Like,
Yeah.
everybody was like, every artist, even homeboy from Japan, like everybody was.
Arnabi? Arnabi's a shit.
Yo, Arnabi almost got murked yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Almost got murked. He was like, "You a cutie, I wanna fuck you." Whatever that his words goes.
who?
And
To who?
Shorty with the blonde hair.
Was it
With her man?
With her man?
Yeah, with her man.
True.
Truth got up on stage. Was like,
Yo, what he said?
he was like, "Yo, honestly, like I respect you, but you probably want to leave now." Like,
Yo.
I was like,
That's real shit though. That's real shit
nah,
though.
but Arnabi was like, but it's music. But I'm like, bro, it's music.
Yo, you
But
know
you
what
gotta
Arnabi-
know how to play your cards
and
right.
you're not from here. Like,
Arnabi came at my mom. I'll never forget it. I performed in a spot in Lefferts, and Arnabi was performing, and he goes into my mom and goes, "You so beautiful." I think you went on the date. And I'm like, yo, that's my mom, nigga. And it's so weird because my stepfather's Chinese.
Well, I mean, he's Japanese.
I
so
think,
it's
but that's
two
what she
different
attracts. So. She attracts
Oh,
Asians.
she's the Asian. They love her. So, but it was funny. Like just watching that, it was hilarious because I'm like, I told him, I was like, yo, bro, you. I was like, nah, but
He got no shame.
You're gonna get yourself jumped, bro.
Yeah,
and
nah,
then
Nabi got no
then
shame.
that was the first one. Then the second was Truth when he said something with his lyrics and he was like something with gay, like that shit's gay. Right? Like
He said it so many times.
But he ended.
I know what
his,
song. Yeah, I know what song
He
you're talking
ended
about.
his bars with something gay, right? Me personally, I don't care in a sense. Not to like sound like I was like I know it's music. You know, whatever your prerogative
is, yeah.
and whatever it is, I don't knock. I'm not one to judge.
Yep.
So I knew it's just music. I knew he
Yep.
was just it is what it is. But I saw some girl. She was like, she got offended. She was like, I'm gay, like that. So when she said that, I'm gonna ask her, and I was like, I'm gay too. So he looked at her, and then he looked at me, and he's like, nah, I don't mean it like that. So I'm cracking up, and I was like, I'm offended. And I kept laughing and laughing. He's like, yo, it's just music. Like, nah, like, and I was like, motherfucker, I don't give a fuck.
I've seen crazier on that stage, man. I've seen, and when it's just music, like, you know, where is it just music though? You know, can you get offended?
You can.
When you go to a comedy club, you know, there's a chance you might get roasted,
no,
right?
you are, but that's why again we are in a world where it's sensitive. So, should you be mindful with your music? I don't think so.
That's your
in
creativity.
a sense, that's your creativity.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you are allowed to express yourself. Yes. Is everything you're gonna hear is dandy? Absolutely not. There's motherfuckers who's gonna use the N-word that they shouldn't be using the N-word.
Facts.
Also understand the consequences. Like understand, like be creative with your art. Like express yourself, but understand that you're gonna be criticized no matter what you say.
Like I feel like with me, like I'll get criticized because I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like what he says. And they're like, oh, but you should stand with the alphabet city, you know, the alphabet people, and then just you should defend us. And I'm like, bro, it's music. How many times I've said
the alphabet people?
No, that's what people call them.
I know, but they got 1/5 of the alphabet. Y'all got 1/5. Who could claim 1/5 of the fucking alphabet? Yeah, but y'all don't all ride together. I don't.
Anyways, we're not getting that topic.
Wait, hold on. If you see somebody in the street, right, and they got like a LBTT, they're part of the community, right, and they get into an argument or going through something, do you stand by them? Do you stand if the
whether you're gay, straight, purple, orange? If I don't fucking know you,
but
bro.
I stand by everybody. But it's to an extent. When you're being extra and over the top, I'm gonna ask you why. Like,
but when he's saying stand by, you talking about like if they arguing and
I'm talking about like all right, if you're part of a community in some sense, you must have similar values, not the same, but similar. If there's somebody that with similar values, whether you know them or don't know them, and they're right next to you in a verbal confrontation with somebody with similar, do you?
It depends what the content is about, like, and who start. Like me personally, again, if I don't know you and I feel like you're being the bully, then I'm be like, I will vouch for whoever it is. Like, yo, chill. Now, if you are being bullied, then yes. I will defend you in, you know, some sort of way. I'm not gonna overdo it too. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Because I mean, I grew up in the streets. Like I'll be like, y'all minding my business, bro. Like, shit, this is how motherfuckers be dying, yo.
Yo,
I don't got time for that.
That shit stay happening on the train. It stay happening on the train.
Absolutely.
Things like that stay happening where somebody will just look at somebody sideways. And then the whole situation will go crazy.
You know why I learned my lesson? I learned my lesson when I used to defend like people who would be like women who would they're in domestic violence relationships, and I would defend them, but then I see them back with the same person.
They go right back.
So at that point, that's why I'm like, no.
That's life choices. My whole thing is that you could do my whole thing is all you can do is do, you know, you try your hardest, and whatever somebody else does after that, that's their own decision. That's nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
So all you can do is do right. You know,
keep
do the right thing.
Keep trying to be what's genuine to your person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, you're both right. You know, because how much can you put yourself in a fire for somebody else? But then at the same time, how can you just turn your back? You know, there has to be a common ground. I guess you would have to be the common ground.
That's just living in New York, because you know how many homeless people there are on the train walking the streets, and
you know how many homeless people are in California? 70,000.
Yeah,
70,000 homeless people. Could you understand that?
Yeah.
Could you understand that they got tents that connect to each other like neighborhoods?
There's like a whole community.
It's called Skid Row.
Yeah.
70,000. So the homeless people we got out here is nothing compared to
the West Coast. When I went out there, I was just like, it was a little sad. However, fuck that. If I see a homeless person and there's a confrontation, you got this, bro. I don't know what you got. I don't know what you're doing. You got this, bro. You won. I ain't fighting with you.
It's fucked up though. You know, when you think about it, it's a big call to mental health when you see people like that. And what do? Let me ask you something. If you know there's a rabid dog or a wild animal in your backyard, right? Do you leave it in your backyard? No. So what do you do with human beings that have these make irrelevant decisions, that are homeless?
Wild animal, like you You're not gonna leave. You're gonna literally try to take it out.
No, what?
Like remove it from your backyard.
I mean,
like this wild animal. Like if you see a raccoon,
like
really
eating my shit and fucking my shit up.
You see a raccoon in your backyard, you
smelling, pooping everywhere, taking drugs, pooping everywhere, beating people up. Yes, I see those animals like that. Well, I won't do it. I'm saying I'm calling niggas to do it. No, but I mean, you can call people. You can call people to fix it. My point is that the homelessness is a problem and it doesn't get fixed. And I think there's a way that you should fix it or take it out. Take out the trash, put it in another. Give them to Australia. Send them somewhere for crying out loud. But don't keep them in United States.
Let's turn off his mic right now. This motherfucker just said throw them out in the garbage.
I'm not gonna give you the answer, the solution, but I'm gonna tell you move them somewhere else.
Move them somewhere else.
This is Trump Jr. right now. He just said this to either fix the solution or just.
Jr. That's weird. That's just weird.
You just want to.
Listen, my hat is red,
put
but
homeless motherfuckers in the trash.
Like, I'm not even gonna.
I ain't gonna lie. They should be in there. They should, if they're not willing to fix themselves, or if we can't help them. What other resolution you got? You let them rot there, or wait till they go crazy and slash somebody, steal, do more drugs. Kids see that, finding needles on the floor.
But
what's the resolution?
People, there's other people like that.
But my point, we don't. But 70,000 is a big marker where you could at least start. That's like, it's like finding the X on the map. Start here. You know what I mean? That's a place to start. I find that shit disgusting when I read articles about.
What you was gonna say, Apollo?
I forgot.
I'm high, so you don't mind me. You know what I do? I fuma mucho.
Yo, man, I just want to say though, do not put the homeless people in the garbage. I didn't really mean that. All right, they're people too.
They are people.
There are homeless people. They are not dealing with mental.
You're right.
With mental
they just
health.
have bad luck.
You understand?
I know.
Yeah. So you have to.
I've been homeless before. I was a month sleeping in my car. Had to go shower in a hotel. I had a cat in my fucking backseat with my whole life in the trunk.
All right,
I've been homeless
before.
Do
you want to be thrown in the garbage?
But my point is that I got up.
You want to go to Australia?
I got up and found purpose. You find reason not to feel like a piece of garbage.
Yeah, but everybody's story is different.
Absolutely.
I get what you're saying, but everyone's different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I had help when I needed it.
Some people are just alone in this world. Like I met somebody who's homeless and they have no one. People died, they passed away, and they're just truly left.
Yeah, that's
so. Everybody has a story. So
how can you be alone in the world with 7 billion people though? I don't.
That doesn't mean nothing.
I don't get that. That's a choice to make.
Well, my whole thing is being alone and being by yourself are two different things.
Yeah.
She said alone though.
Yeah, but you.
You don't have to be alone in the world with 7. Being by yourself is like that's deeper, right? Yeah. By yourself is deeper.
But you're alone in a sense like you have people who's. How many people are surrounded by so many people in itself? You understand? And they still feel alone.
I was like that for years.
Yeah, same here. Like there's how many times I'm surrounded by.
You don't think you're making that choice?
It is somewhat of a choice in a sense where
I made a choice to go perform yesterday because of your enthusiasm and your push. I made the choice.
I understand that, but you're talking about performance opposed to feeling alone at this point. That's two different dynamics.
No, it's getting up and doing something though. You don't have to be
because if I feel alone, it wasn't a choice that I wanted to feel alone. It was a choice that I felt like people couldn't relate to me at a certain point.
So what his point is, what made you be like, all right, I'm still gonna move on.
At the end of the day, I gotta continue doing. That's life. Life is.
So you still feel alone?
So that's the choice itself.
I have my moments where I feel alone.
No, but majority of the time.
Majority of the time, there's times that I feel alone. I'm surrounded by so many people, and there's times that I feel alone.
Oxymoron, isn't it? You're surrounded by so many people and you still feel alone.
But then it also comes down to like the fact like who do you trust? Who do you
connect with?
Exactly.
And then it's all that energy you got to give into those thoughts.
So it's like it is a choice in a sense, but there's times like, and that also falls under mental health.
Facts.
I didn't choose to feel like it can fall under in a sense depression where I feel like people don't relate to me at that time.
I agree.
And I felt like I was saying it recently. I was saying to you, I was like, I hate when people tell me I get it. Like, I know what you're going through. And I'm like, I get you know what I'm going through, but you don't know what I'm feeling.
You don't know what I feel.
You understand?
Like you can understand it, but you don't know specifically what I'm feeling and what's going through my mind right now.
Yes. So like at that moment when, or those times that I felt alone, it was because of whatever I was going through. I felt like, yeah, you probably see what was going on, or you get it. but you really don't truly understand what I'm feeling.
Did your loneliness stop you from doing things, or does it fuel
At times,
you?
yeah, absolutely.
Or does it fuel you? It does both.
It does both.
It does both.
I have my moments, but I'll snap out of it.
Do you think that's part of a like? I have to ask. Will there be a time where things like that, like loneliness and stress and all, and
do you gotta wipe your ass?
That is not going to be fuel. I'm saying that it's not going to be fuel for you. Like, you know, like, do you think there'll be a time where that's not fuel? Or
no,
is
at
that,
the end of the day,
that's a good balance?
I feel like, do you wipe your ass when you take a shit?
It's, to be honest with you, it's all up to you, because that loneliness and that depression, you can either get worse, or you can use that as motivation to be like, all right, like, I don't want to be. Like, I don't want to be here. I want to do something else. But it can actually, you know, people can get stuck in that, and it can literally get worse. And and people could be like that for years and not want to change because they don't see anything better for themselves.
How I look at it is like I said, do you wipe your ass when you take a shit? For me, I gotta wipe my ass.
You look at the toilet paper too, right?
Yeah.
All right. Making sure.
Yo, we're gonna do the indie playlist right now. We're gonna come back. You already know the vibes, man. Let's do this.
I don't got problems.
Yeah. Keep your legs up. Keep your legs up. Keep your legs up. No, no, no. Keep your legs up. Keep your legs up. Keep on working. You don't say much. Hey. Ooh. Can you keep your legs up? Ooh. Keep your legs up. Girl, you better own that shit. Own that shit. When you keep on moving, couldn't clone that shit. Clone that shit. Showing so much money, about to own that bitch. I call her Rosa with the arc, cause she can roll that shit. Underlay, underlay, underlay. Yeah. Baby, hurry up, just underlay. Hurry up. Underlay, underlay. Baby, throw that pussy, baby, underlay.
Baby, underlay, ain't no time to play. I be dreaming about that pussy, baby, anytime of day. Even told me I could take the cake, but you be minutes late. You could catch me on the road, just cruising the interstate. Oh shit, caution, she took a second, I hop in this office. I've been dumping all those, got all of my boss shit. Been working my ass off, they call me the prophet. Cause I took a lot of loss, but I never lost this. Always keep it cheaper, yeah, I never call fifth. Go straight to the source, I don't like the gossip, yeah. With the mouth that you be wildin', until I pull up, you better start that exercising. Told her to just,
keep your legs up, keep your legs up, keep your legs up, no, no, no. Keep your legs up, keep your legs up, keep on working, you don't say much. Ooh, can you keep your legs up? Ooh, keep your legs up. He ain't giving you what you need, so you call upon me. Satisfaction's guaranteed. Can't wait to get you in my bed. You know how this starts for you. Like wrap those legs around my neck. Let my tongue talk to you. Oh yeah, it's gonna talk to you, baby. All I wanna hear is, oh, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Oh, give it to me, give it to me. I'm all you need. Laying you down, legs in the air while I dive in that ocean, baby. I ain't playing around. You call my phone cause you know what it's hitting for. We ain't making love. It's not what you want now. You want someone who will take control and put it down. Well, you got that. With a fist full of hair while you're looking back. Your arch is getting deeper, got me in the deeper, hitting that sound like hand claps. We going round for round, got you screaming loud, yeah. All I hear is, to me. I'm all you need. All you need, yeah. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. All you need, yeah. Give it to me. Give it to me. I'm all you need.
No sleep.
I blow the whistle, it should make the booty jiggle. To the left and to the right, then in the middle. Made a nigga spin his stacks on incidental. I heard these niggas do the most for just a little. I blow the whistle, it should make the booty jiggle. To the left and to the right, then in the middle. Made a nigga spin his stacks on incidental. I heard these niggas do the most for just a little. Ain't no nigga fly like me. Young East Coast nigga, big dog off the leash. I keep a pocket full of hundreds, ain't no cutting the feet. And I'm a hot motherfucker like 400 degrees. I heard she came in with a nigga, but she leaving with me. And if she live with the gang, then she paying the team. I got my dogs in the pound, that's UMG. You know we up into the morning like team no sleep. She made it clap, clap, clap. I threw a stack, stack, stack. She threw it back, 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 and let me tap, tap, tap. We in the trap, trap, trap. We never lack, lack, lack. I cut them slack, slack, slack. We getting racks, racks, racks. I blow the whistle, it should make the booty jiggle. To the left and to the right, then in the middle. Made a nigga spin his stacks on incidental. I heard these niggas do the most for just a little. I blow the whistle, it should make the booty jiggle. To the left and to the right, then in the middle. Made a nigga spin his stacks on incidental. I heard these niggas do the most for just a little. Blow the whistle for me, baby. Hit it once, now she tryna call me daddy. Bend her over when I fuck her in the caddy. Cause I'm on, and she long for the dick. Cause I'm God with the rod. Dog chain around my neck. I could really make a move, but I'm fiending for a check. And I really wanna know, will she drop it to the deck? If I throw a lot of ones, then she gotta come correct. I told her make the booty jiggle, throw it in the middle. She do it like a pro and made a nigga tip a little. Solve it like a riddle, shake it like a bag of Skittles. Sweet and sour, I'm a riddle, pop a baby sizzle. I blow the whistle, it should make the booty jiggle. To the left and to the right, then in the middle. Made a nigga spin his stacks on incidental. I heard these niggas do the most for just a little. I blow the whistle, it should make the booty jiggle. To the left and to the right, then in the middle. Made a nigga spin his stacks on incidental. I heard these niggas do the most for just a little.
Here's my number, when you ready you could call it. I'ma pick you up in the foreign. I'ma pick you up when you fallin'. I'm feeling your vibe and your body, girl, I'm on it. We can do it night to the morning. Henny in the perk got me going. Baby, crush the weed, I'ma roll it. Got that thing leaking, yeah, you know it. I'ma beat that pussy like I own it.
And girl, don't let them stress you.
Baby, I'ma treat you like a queen. Jewelry, designer, everything. Sorry if I'm getting in between. You know I got everything you need. Everything you want when you ready, leave that nigga come to me.
Baby, you're the one I'm calling. When the many shots keep falling. Maybe it's the way you walking. I saw you. Baby, you're the one I'm calling. When the many shots keep pouring. Maybe it's the way you walking. I'm on you.
Baby girl, you got me tweaking. Only thing my mind been thinking about. We can spend the weekend now. I'ma have you leaking now. Girl, you know I'm freaking. I'm definitely gonna eat it all. I'ma have you screaming now. Like you ain't never been for. Like you ain't never been for. Like you ain't never been low. You gon' say your man a dog. He ain't even man enough. Tell me, is he mad or no? I'm not trying to complicate your situation. We gon' sip this Henny just for inspiration. Saying I've been lacking communication. Pop a perky, bust it open, see your legs are shaking. Take you from a Uber to a Benzo. I'ma beat the pussy like it's Kenzo. Touchdown, man, I'm all up in the end zone. I give her the extendo.
Baby, you're the one I'm calling. When the many shots keep falling. Baby, it's the way you walking. I saw you. Baby, you're the one I'm calling. When the many shots keep falling. Baby, it's the way you walking. I'm on you.
All black, my rims. If I'm in New York, rock Tim. Screaming, get live, no fat boy slim. I'm about mines, gotta stack my wins. Number one up on the side, D-zone ovin. I ain't no Joe, but I'm not rockin'. Coming for your ear, no Mike Tyson. I'm in the ocean with sharks, this game is so hard. Don't run like Mike Tyson. All black, my rims. If I'm in New York, rock Tim. Screaming, get live, no fat boy slim. I'm about mines, gotta stack my wins. Number one up on the side, D-zone ovin. I ain't no Joe, but I'm not rockin'. Coming for your ear, no Mike Tyson. I'm in the ocean with sharks, this game is so hard. Don't run like Mike, I swim. Drop top with the mob high with extendos, I ain't talking bitch now. Talk hard, you a lame homie from the island, gotta deal with us now. Block it out, I've been a winner. I know y'all writing your OG is planners. You a little staining from off of the liquor. I've been a go before rapping, I go for the blacks with the ghost in the back. You see, we never cap, you won't smoke, you get clapped, we be making a splash. 12 bugged and I don't talk. Me and my dogs with the scrap never balk. Silence the enemy, born in the dark. You a little fish, now you swimming with sharks. Leaving a face while we leaving some marks. Then we gon' cop us a pound for the spark. All black, my rims. If I'm in New York, rock Tim. Screaming, get live, no fat boy slim. I'm about mines, gotta stack my wins. Number one up on the side, D-zone ovin. I ain't no Joe, but I'm not rockin'. Coming for your ear, no Mike Tyson. I'm in the ocean with sharks, this game is so hard. Don't run like Mike, I swim. I been moving, I can't get no sleep, nah. Everybody gotta eat. You can't run up and try me, nah. Shooters run around with the heat. I ain't really about cuffing my sleeves, nah. But I can still master your beat. They playin' my song on repeat, yeah, they playin' my song on repeat. I got a lot on my mind, I ain't on nothing except for my grind. I'm sippin' the liquor and sparking the bleezy. Feel like a DJ, I'm crossfaded, I got me some hits, got me a jeweler. Still got some shooters that carry the Ruger. Don't gotta pop them, 2 poppin' to shoot them. We in your face, now this ain't no like my rims. If I'm in New York, rock Tim. Screaming, get live, no fat boy slim. I'm about mines, gotta stack my wins. Number one up on the side, D-zone ovin. I ain't no Joe, but I'm not rockin'. Coming for your ear, no Mike Tyson. I'm in the ocean with sharks, this game is so hard. Don't run like Mike, I swim. My rims. If I'm in New York, rock Tim. Screaming, get live, no fat boy slim. I'm about mines, gotta stack my wins. Number one up on the side, D-zone ovin. I ain't no Joe, but I'm not rockin'. Coming for your ear, no Mike Tyson. I'm in the ocean with sharks, this game is so hard. Don't run like Mike, I swim.
I can tell all of my enemies glass. Really, these niggas are see-through. Bitches got all their opinions on me. In reality, all of them ran through. I've been working hard at times too, but these niggas can't wait to discredit you. Fuck them all, get a bad for, and them same bitches idolizing you. Whoa, I gotta stick with the cause, nigga, that's cause I remember. Whoa, niggas be doing the most, I'm lifting a toast. I remember. I might put 6 on a rollie and work till a ticket, I'm tryna get busy. I might be strapped with a couple of clips by the time I get back to my city. I know some niggas that might end up happy with seeing the dirt all on top of me. I know some bitches that put down my name, but the karma will get them eventually. I don't say much cause the truth isn't valid, and rumors be treated like prophecy. I let them preach cause the Lord told me never to fear any weapon against me, bitch. I don't got time to be stressing you when you got mileage, I don't wanna hoopty. I got a baby, her brain is so good, but I promise she ain't in sororities. Honestly, niggas just ran out of patience and I turn my dreams to reality. All these rappers is pussy and don't wanna grind, but I'll take opportunity. I seen this coming and yes, it's a blessing, but there is a journey in front of me. Back the fuck off me, I did it myself, so a label don't gotta discover me. Whoa, I gotta stick with the cause, nigga, that's cause I remember. Whoa, niggas be doing the most, I'm lifting a toast. I remember.
I remember they ain't wanna fuck with me. Now everybody wanna come and talk to me. Everybody now wanna keep me company. Fake niggas never keep the
same energy. Real friends can never turn into enemies. Everyone wanna call and say what's up to me. Talking about how you doing. I'm doing great. I observing my life to see what y'all can take. Yeah, I ain't getting shit. I work too hard for this. So much pressure on me like a college kid. But I deal with it just to feed my kids. They the reason I never fucking call it quits. So back up with that fuck shit. Making them sick with that bucket. All my real ones love it. If they love it from them, I don't trust it. Y'all like to discuss my moves, the path I choose, the people I deal with, the things I do. How much money I make is no concern to you. I can look out my window, enjoy the view. Think about that, try to do the math. And we got way more hits in the stash. This movement gon' last. This moment is all we have. I can tell all of my enemies glass. Really, these niggas are see-through. Bitches got all their opinions on me. In reality, all of them ran through. I've been working hard at times too, but these niggas can't wait to discredit you. Fuck them all, get a bad for them. Them same bitches idolizing you. Whoa, I gotta stick with the cause, nigga, that's cause I remember. Whoa, niggas be doing the most, I'm lifting a toast. I remember.
Just real. So much in my mind, I just don't know what to. Yeah. It's just a letter to my ex. Oh, you didn't think that I'd find out that you was creeping up in my house? Gave me the best vibes, but you was out here vibing with the next guy. Don't try to play me, I see it. Ain't want to believe it, but I'm done with this shit. I am. Pack your shit. I want you up out my house by 3 a.m. Mama said don't love these bitches, don't trust these bitches, just fuck these bitches. Fucked up, fell in love, now on me you switch. You the last one to go and start acting different. But it's cool, baby, fuck that. Give me back my heart, yeah, take that. No, I don't give a fuck, baby, trust that. I'ma move on, ain't no turning back. I made my mistakes, never thought my heart should break. I ain't with the games no more, I ain't with the games no more. Pack your shit and walk about that door. You had your chance and got you blew. Now that chance is gone, I ain't with the games no more, I ain't playing games no more. Girl, just know that you replaceable.
I was getting cream, you know, moving the birdie. TBM the team, you know, niggas is sturdy. Kept you on the scene, never knew you would hurt me. Kept the house clean, but you was doing me dirty. I understand it now. Some things I never knew, like a hand-me-down. Branded now, it's out in the open. This relationship's dead, ashes out in the ocean. Now we going through the motions here. Kinda fucked me up emotionally. Baby girl, you was close to me. I'll be back how it's supposed to be. I nickname you Rolls Royce, you a ghost to me. On Instagram, you ain't post who you supposed to be. Involved with the God, not just real, walk out to the car.
I made my mistakes, never thought my heart should break. I ain't with the games no more, I ain't with the games no more. Pack your shit and walk about that door. You had your chance and girl, you blew it. Now that chance is gone, I ain't with the games no more, I ain't playing games no more. Girl, just know that you're replaceable. Want you to understand that you never find nobody like me. Never thought that I would find out. Really thought that you were right on. Cause baby, sometimes I wish that you just loved me the same. No, really thought that you were right on. Yeah. Sometimes I wish that you loved me the same.
Hey yo!
Y'all wanna be a DJ when I grow up? I wanna be a DJ when I grow up.
Honestly, you just gotta know your crowd. To be honest with you,
What?
It's easy? You saying it's easy?
Mixing is not. Mixing isn't the hard part. Hard part is playing for people.
But you gotta have a dictionary in that brain.
No, but you gotta know what to play, what people listen to.
Yeah.
I think I agree with you. I'm not saying that it's similar, but I feel like that's how it feels like when you're hosting.
Yeah,
like you gotta know how to.
how to deal with people. Because like actually like building a laptop and mixing songs, transition, that's extremely easy.
I do know how to chicky. I know how to do that.
Oh, scratching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, scratching? Like, yeah.
It's not that big anymore, but it's still a thing.
And my transitioning game is hard as fuck. I will say that.
Yeah,
That's
she
what
said that about me too.
Well, you just gotta know like the tempo to a song, so you know like like some songs have longer intros than others. So you gotta know when a song plays, you can transition.
You make it sound so easy, bro. You make it sound so.
Well, I listen to a lot of music. I've been listening to music for years. So
okay.
I can tell when the song is when it's gonna go into the verse, when the second verse. This is me listening to music.
Gotcha.
Hey,
Well,
yo, we got a special guest.
We got a special guest in the motherfucking building. We got Mike motherfucking Loco.
I've been seeing this man.
How you doing? So, Mike, how did you get your name? No, let me stop.
Are you crazy?
It's all a gimmick. That's it. I sell Girl Scout cookies.
I heard that's no. Let me stop. Well, I want to say welcome to the Artistry.
Appreciate you having
You understand? We fucking. I mean, I it's been overdue for me to have you on the show because you just like. First of all, I'm seeing you everywhere. I'm like, this motherfucker's working his ass off, bro. Like, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I really am. You know, how does it? Everything that's happening right now so far with you guys, with the success from signing a new artist, from the success of Miggs being on South by Southwest. He's one of the official artists on South by Southwest. Like, how are you feeling about everything right now?
I feel good because it means, you know, I prove everything I say. Like, you put the work in, things happen. You get results if you put the work in. You know, and it's an accomplishment of our hard work. And we practice what we preach, and, you know, it's like, it just brings it all together. It creates, like, a solid from a theory.
Yeah.
You know?
Let me ask you this. You're just, I mean, I know you own the whole, you own MLM. That's your company, and it's a record label, correct?
It's an entertainment company with a music division.
Okay.
We work in all aspects of entertainment.
Okay. So do you consider yourself more than just a manager?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's your title?
I'm a mogul.
No, we know that.
I'm an entrepreneur. I mean, basically, I'm the CEO.
Yeah.
But I'm a mentor. I'm an advisor. I'm a manager. I'm a shoulder to lean on. I'm that voice of reason. You know, and there's a lot of things that are missing in the game.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things that have manipulated the game, and I'm trying to fix it to the way it used to be with the other OGs when I was a kid growing up and I was in the game.
Gotcha.
You know, and it's just, you know, sometimes as an artist or an entertainer or a model or even a videographer, sometimes they hit a wall and they need someone to talk them off that ledge.
Yeah.
You know, and just bring them back into perspective. So you got to be able to wear many hats, especially in today's day and age.
You know, it's crazy, right? Because I feel like artists nowadays are just getting managers just to say that I have a manager. You understand? Like, I'm seeing that shit. So, like, for example, I had somebody in my DM and was like, yo, I want my artist to perform in one of your stage, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, all right, send me his social media info and bio. So he goes, what's a bio? And I was just like, I hate this question because I feel like you as a manager, you should fucking know this. So then I'm looking at it like...
me OD tight. I'm not even going to hold you.
And I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not even looking at him. Now I'm looking at I'm judging. I'm sorry. I'm judging the artist because I'm like, what type of person you have dealing with your management, right?
That's your representation.
Yeah,
and it's crazy because it's now because a lot of people will just pick up anybody as a manager because let's say you get presented to a label. Let's say let's say somebody wants to give you a deal. If you don't have like a manager, a publicist, if you don't have these people in place, they don't even look at you. So that's why people are willing to take anybody as a manager.
I get that, but then
I want to clear something up.
Go ahead.
Because there's a real crazy idea of what a manager does these days.
Oh, that was gonna be my question.
First of all, a manager spends no money on the artist. In fact, the artist is supposed to cover the manager's travel, accommodations, food, and all of that. But people lately have confused the title of manager with the title of investor.
Yes.
All right, so now if you're an artist and someone's investing money into your career, even on an independent level, you're now treated as a commodity. There's equity in you. You think someone's going to pay $1,000 between studio time and this, that, and the third to get 20% of, what, $5 in streams? No. Where does that even make sense in a business move? If you're an independent artist that no one knows and you're just starting out, they're going to invest all that time and all that money. Time is value too. and you're gonna and they're just a manager just getting 20%. No, they're gonna get a larger stake in that. But that's the reason a lot of these artists here, the misconstruities of, oh, a manager's gonna pay for my studio time, a manager's gonna pay for this, and there's people out there that are doing this because they don't understand business, they don't understand the name of the game. You know, it's fine if a manager is going to invest in the artist's career too, then you're a manager / investor, and you better have a better contract, because you're going to get, just like if you were a signed artist, you're going to have a booking agent that's going to get 5%. You're going to get a touring manager that's going to get 5%. You're going to have your publicist that's getting this. So you're broken down into percentages. So if you're doing both, you better have 20% or 10% as a manager, and then an additional percentage for your investor.
What about the managers? Because I've been seeing this a lot too, where they're saying I'm a manager, but they're charging the artist a monthly fee.
See,
explain that
that's
to me,
the new
because
wave
for
thing.
me, is that a new wave? Really?
It is the new wave, and it's the independent scene, because this is the thing. A lot of artists think they need a manager right away. The first question I ask an artist when they jump in my DM, yo, I see how you're moving, I want you to manage. I ask them, what do you have for me to manage? And it sounds like an easy question, but it's really more perplexed. If you're not negotiating money, if you're not negotiating things that are impertinent to where they don't want to speak to the artist, they do want to speak to a representative. If you got nothing like that and you just started and you barely got music on SoundCloud, let alone major streaming areas, you don't need a manager. You need to stop being lazy and manage yourself. So once you have something worth managing, so now this is where the stipends come into play. I'm gonna invest a year or 2 years into building your career, and then a typical manager's contract runs 1 to 2 years max. That's the industry standard. So now, if I were to invest 2 years with making no money, my time is value. And then in 2 years, I start getting you to the point where you're gonna be, and there's no commitment, there's no clause, like you don't have to re-sign.
No.
So now I could get you all that way for free, and you could be like, thanks, but no thanks. Boom, I'm gonna move on with the bigger dog that you introduced me to, and there's no skin in the game. You make nothing. You invested 2 years, unless you have a sunset clause, and I'm not gonna get too crazy with the terms because people aren't even gonna probably know what a sunset clause is.
What is it?
It's basically a 5-year breakdown of a way for a manager to sustain, and every year the percentage drops. In my contracts, I'll expose it. I have the most easy sunset clause for the artist to man, because in 4 years it's out, and they're heavy drops. Whereas most sunset clauses is the first year that they're no longer with the artist, it's still 20%. So now if you get a manager, you're paying that new manager 20%, you're paying the old manager 20%, that leaves you 60.
Yeah.
Right off rip. The second year, that 20% will drop to 15, and it usually drops 5% until that 5th year, and then after the 5th year, it's a clean break. It's basically like a retirement plan because of the time invested in. And that's standard practice in a lot of contracts.
Okay.
Mine, it goes from 12.5. I don't even take 20% the next year. 12.5, then it drops 7.5. By the 4th year, it's 0. Because honestly, I don't need the sunset clause. I don't need to put hooks into an artist. Because I know my worth. If you're dumb enough to think that someone could do better, or if it's not someone that I purposely put you in position and figured, okay, listen, I don't think I could take you any further. This is the man for you. And you just decide to do it on your own. It's your own stupidity. I know my worth. So now the problem is back to what you were saying, is these artists just don't know what they're doing. And so people want you to invest your time for free. So like I said, there's no safety net. So after 2 years, you can just go anywhere. And you know you're not going to be making money. So they start taking the monthly stipend. So it's like I'm 20% of 0, it's still 0.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm going to work at trying to get you your money. So, and I was really against this whole practice. Now I see why it's there. I still don't like it, but I see why it's there, and I'm open to certain options
like
for other people.
Almost like a contingency plan.
But it's like you have to be compensated for your time.
Yes.
In general.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I get it. But like a lot of people been saying that's like a gimmick, obviously, but then there's a lot of gimmicks out there. You
credentials,
understand?
though. You have
to.
You have to show me why you're worth that stipend.
No, I get that.
But that's the thing. A lot of people are paying stipends to people that they don't have a repertoire. They have nothing to show. Show me an artist. Show me traction with anyone. It doesn't even have to be a popular artist. Show me traction with anyone. What did you do for them on a media level? What did you do for their music to expand them to the world, not just the neighborhood? What did you do for them besides buy them some fake followers and cap for the internet? What are the analytics? Like, let's break it really down. because I can assassinate anybody. I know how to do the analytics of everything and everyone. You got fake followers on Instagram, I'm calling you out.
You used to work for the labels, right?
I'm calling you out.
If you have a bullshit playlist, I'm calling you out. There's playlists that are charging $100 to be in the top 5. They got 30,000 followers with 21 monthly listeners. Chartmetric.com. You're welcome. That one's free. That you could check out that analytics of any playlist to make sure you're not being ripped off, because it'll show you followers, listeners. Followers don't mean shit, because if they sold a bunch of spots to a bunch of artists, they all followed the playlist.
Yep.
They're not coming back and listening to it.
That's
So
the
why are you
difference.
going to throw $60 to be heard by 21 people?
Do you assume every artist should have a lawyer when speaking to a manager if they're unaware?
If they don't know how to, if they don't understand the lingo and everything else, I highly recommend you have a lawyer look at it. 2 lawyers.
But I just feel like if they don't if they don't pay for certain things, what makes you think they're gonna pay for a lawyer?
If they're not willing to spend money on certain things that require to their business, they shouldn't be in the game.
No, you're absolutely right. I agree with you.
So I don't feel bad, and I don't care.
I agree. High five to that,
And
because
it's not about being mean. It's like, even if you opened up a fruit stand,
It's the same difference.
the first day that you open up for business, you're at a loss because you had to put stock on the shelves.
Yep.
You're at a negative. As soon as you start the business and turn the key on any business,
Yeah.
this is still the music business. So if you're not looking to invest and understand that you got to stock the shelves to prepare for what you're about to be in your endeavor, then you're not being realistic, and you're using this like a lotto ticket. And there's bodegas everywhere. Go buy yourself a lotto ticket.
how did you? Because you know your time, you know your value, you know your worth. You have what, 2 artists under your belt right now?
I have 3 artists and 4 in development.
Okay, who are the 3 artists? I know Mix 718.
We got Make 718. We got Drew York.
Yes.
And most recently, I signed The Truth.
Okay, my question is how, because I remember like speaking with you yesterday, you know, obviously you was just like, yo, I was watching Truth, you know, beforehand. Like, but what made you really decide, whether it was him or someone else, like what makes you decide to go to the next level and be like, I want to represent you?
I watch artists all the time. I'm everywhere, like you said. But there's a lot more than talent that has to come into play if I'm going to get into business with an artist. First of all, I have to have belief in them.
Yeah.
They got to have some kind of it factor. They got to have a sense of business. They got to have a sense of character. If they're going to be carrying the MLM brand, they have to represent it the same way I would, or at least close to it. So I got to have a couple of conversations. I got to see how you are in public. I got to see how your creativity is. I got to see how you stand out on a stage. Because let's face it, we've gone to how many shows, I've been to so many shows where it's like the artist could change 5 times, you wouldn't even know the difference because they all start to get monotone, sound alike. But then that one person gets on the stage and you turn your head.
Yep.
You know, so they got to have that shavai. They got to have that attention to snap your neck and be like, well, who's this? You know, they got to have that spark. They got to have a business sense. And if they don't have the business sense fully, they have to be willing to learn. They have to want to learn.
That's a bigger deal.
So there's a lot of key factors that come into play before you step into business with anyone. And you also got to prove yourself to them. It's not one-sided. It's a 2-way street.
Facts.
You know,
Facts.
and it's like, so I like to personally make sure I can get to know them. So I'll have a couple of conversations with the artists. I'll see them a few times. I'll go to a few shows. I'll watch them. And I'll watch from the Instagram point of view. I'll watch from social medias, and I'll see how they conduct themselves. You know, and I'll talk, like the streets talk. Everyone talks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You stand stoic. In a sense where, did you want to rap when you was younger? Like,
I mean, I got bars. I can write.
Really?
But I hate the way I sound.
Have you ever wrote for anybody?
Yeah, I have.
You
like Neighborhood Cats and this up there. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Like,
we were younger.
Why? What gives you that push to rather manage people and not do it for yourself with all this damn knowledge you have? You know, you don't have to be the best rapper in the world, but with the knowledge you have, I guarantee you could still put yourself in a power play.
Because like I said, talent is just one part of it.
Yes.
I mean, you got to have an image. You got to have a brand. You got to want it.
Yeah.
Like, I love music. I love all phases of music. But I know I'm best suited
For what
behind
you're
the
doing.
mic. Like, I know I'm best suited behind
Yeah.
the production. I know where I'm best suited. I can ghostwrite. I could probably sell someone some bars. Yeah, no problem. That's another, you know, like, hit me up. At MikeLoco on the gram. I got you. But it was never my dream. It was never my passion to get up on the stage and rock and this and that third. Like,
was this?
I was more fascinated with the behind the scenes and making connections happen. You know, like, that's what I'm good with.
Yeah.
You know, there's some people that are good at sewing the shirt, and there's other people that look good wearing the shirt.
When did you start making? Because you obviously have to take steps in that direction to get polished. When did you start making steps in that direction to get polished to be a manager?
Well, I mean, we got to go in the time machine real quick.
Yeah, that's right there. Let's go.
Like this is a little bit of my work ethic, and hopefully whoever's watching, whoever sees it live, or whoever's going, takes something from this. First, I wanted to get into acting, so I saw all the ads back then, and this and a third, and the scam photographers and everything. So I went, I got my little headshot, and I was like, all right, I'm working freelance with all these talent agencies, but how can I ensure that I'm gonna get myself in position to where I can get the most out of it? So I went and interned for free at a talent agency. So every time that fax machine, I told you, we're going back.
Let's go. No, let's go.
Fax machine would put out a list. We need these type of actors for these roles to do extra work, or we need these type of actors
that's how they give you
to go down to Astor Place at Theater Works and read for this part. So every time I fit the role, my name was number one on the line because I was there putting in the time for free to put myself in that position. And then from there, I networked on the sets, and I started to get to know people. And then I got heavy into the music video scene because I got really cool with Millicent Diane, who's the owner of Diane Foster Casting. You know, and then I also got cool with this guy named Lee, who was from Sylvia Faye. Watch some of your favorite TV shows and movies and watch the end credits. You'll see Sylvia Faye Casting, this and that third. I pay attention to stuff like that, and I want to know who they are. And I made sure I got myself in front of them to introduce myself. You know, and it's like, so from there, I started getting cool with casting directors. So I eliminated the talent agents, started getting casted. But then I started taking the casting part serious. So I would start getting to know these casting directors who hired the talent agents to book extras and get them to give me the jobs. Start off something small. Let me book 5 slots. So then I was working for Metro Talent Group. Boom, I would book 5 slots, and I would get them exactly what they wanted, to where other people would get people that looked the type but weren't quite the type, but they could fit on camera. I made it my business to make sure I got them exactly what they wanted. I wanted to stand out. I wanted to excel and show them this is why you should mess with me. You know, so then from there, I made more music connections. And then a friend of mine that I was also casting with, she got a job at a label. And at the time, I was doing a 6-month package with the Real Roxanne. She had come in to try and get into acting. She wanted to start, you know, doing whatever because she had some credit to her name. Then conversation happened. She started wanting to make music. So I auditioned a bunch of dancers. I put together the dance team.
So she
wanted clothing. Yeah, she
first?
wanted to make cameos. She wanted to get to the bag. So now, another way that I think outside the box. Source Magazine. Everyone knows it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Here's a little tidbit you might not have known. Every piece of advertisement in the magazine, if you flip the book over and open the back page and turn one more page, there's a whole directory right there. It tells you the address and the phone number of every clothing brand that's in that magazine.
That's true. You know, you're right about that.
I got 31 no's. I was 16 years old. I spoke to Greg Ingram, the owner of Pure Players Clothing. Like I said, we're going back in time.
Yeah.
And I got a meeting. I walked in the building.
16.
I walked in the building. He saw my young ass, and he was like, oh, there's got to be a mistake. I said, listen, with all due respect, you heard what I had to say, my pitch on the phone. I'm already here. What's 5 minutes? He said, all right, sit down, young man. I walked out of there with a full sponsorship. All the dancers were sponsored. She was sponsored. Shit, even I was sponsored.
That's what I'm talking about.
Set up a show at Fire Island with help from Hector Laguillo, who had some connections in the Latin music scene or whatever. You know, and then she ended up throwing it all away for personal reasons. You know, an ex-boyfriend came along, whatever. You know, so between that and my relationship with Danielle, she got me an internship at that record label. I was supposed to get coffee and paperwork. I'd never gotten out one cup of coffee, and I definitely did not get out one piece of paper.
Let's get it.
First day in, I made a decision. You're either going to throw me out the building or you're going to give me a shot. So I asked every day, can I sit in on a meeting? Respectful and everything. Excuse me, sir, can I sit in on a meeting? I was going up to Kevin, you know, like, I won't say names because I won't name drop. But like, get out of here, kid. Go get coffee. So I sat there. You're either going to throw me out the building or give me a shot. That was my whole mentality. Because if I would have just went and got coffee, 6 months I'd have faded away. Someone else would have came in the spot and just been another blip.
Yeah.
So second day, by the third day, there's like, why do you keep asking? Like, what are you doing? I'm like, with all due respect, because I don't want to get fucking coffee the rest of my life. That's not what I'm here for.
You want to learn.
So they let me be a fly on the wall and sit in the room with a book. And in that book, I was writing. So NDAs and non-competes, they had that. Let me see that book. What I did was every strategy they were talking about, I added my own take on what I would do differently or how I would better it and what I agreed with. So it didn't have none of the personal information. It was just my theories on how to do it better or how to do it differently. And they liked it. So they let me keep sitting in on the meetings. Again, never got a cup of coffee, never got a piece of paper. In fact, the other intern got my coffee. You know, you want to be a boss, act like one.
Yeah.
It's just as real as it could be. Carry yourself the way you want to be respected.
Yeah.
So I came up with a plan, and 2-3 months in, they put me up with a street team, and I implemented that plan. And it worked out well, and I played some major decisions on some big artists' projects. And then from that, I was made a junior A&R before I was even 18.
Yeah, that's what's up.
You know, and then I was doing well, found out I was about to be a single father, and I was still kind of butthurt with the situation after putting 6 months of work in for nothing. So I stepped away from it.
When did you end up coming back?
About a year and a half ago with Make 718.
That's a long time, bro.
I took 20 years away.
So wait. I did not know that. So you just came back like a year and a half ago, you said, right? Seriously?
Yeah.
What made you want to come back?
I was watching Miggs, and I saw he had potential, but I wanted to see if he was really, really about it.
Okay.
So I let him get scammed. I let him do a whole thing. He lost bread. He started getting better and better.
Okay.
But he didn't get discouraged. Like, at first it started as a hobby, so I didn't pay it no mind.
Okay.
It was just conversations. I heard the music, just done. All right, cool. After a year, I saw, he was serious. And like I said, I like to take time and I watch. And I was like, all right, if you're really willing to take this serious, we're going to sit down and have a conversation.
Okay.
And that's when MLM was born.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah,
that's what's up. I mean, because the way you guys are moving is very quickly.
Well, that's because
I don't wait for no one.
But that's because you gotta.
That's the point.
At the end of the day, we shouldn't wait for anyone. That's why we work the way we work. Our ethics within this business is it's everybody's sharks, just like the song, right? You're swimming with sharks. You got to become one at one point.
That's literally the whole point of the song, too.
Yeah.
The people that are in your way, the people that are trying to scam, the people that are trying to bite you and hold you down, and how to navigate through it.
Me and G, we was having a debate today, right? While we was driving over here. The debate was, for him, he was like, Joe Buttons is like one of the greatest songwriters, and I was like, nah, he's not. I said, I feel like if I told him, I said, I feel like that was one of his downfalls, is that he can't make a song. For me, I was like, he couldn't make a song. He got the lyrics, but he couldn't make the song. And it's going back to what you're saying. It's more than a talent. You have to have that package, and that's how I look at people when I see them perform. Like, I look at people and I'm like, all right, they're dope, but you don't have this, you don't have that it thing. You understand?
Yeah. He had one song that really lit the stage up.
What was that song? What was it that made you go to Miggs and be like, I'm gonna represent Miggs? Because I'm the reason why I'm saying, like, going through all this, going through these the dynamics, him feeling what he felt as far as like, Joe is a dope lyricist, which, because he's a dope lyricist, this is how I'm taking it from him. Because he's a dope lyricist, he makes dope songs. I was like, no. What made you realize Miggs is an attractive kid, and I like his personality. When I see Miggs, he stands out. Hence the reason why I'm like, I could see why. But what made you really come to that place and was like,
it was
this
a
kid got the
combination
it
of that. Combination that he takes a little bit of the old with the new and blends it and made his own style. And I knew it was going to be an uphill battle for multiple reasons, but then seeing the versatility and just seeing the improvement in a short amount of time and seeing the passion in his eyes, and then the performance aspect, the fact that he was an entertainer in most of his life, and then when he did the Let It Ski, which was like one of those challenges at the time. It was dope. Like, it really stood out. It was the first song that ever got played on Hot 97, and it's not even a monetized song. You can't monetize the song. It's the Tokyo Drift beat. All of a sudden we're getting the tags on Instagram and people are hitting us up, and we were like, yo, and then he made Movado, which is his biggest moving song.
Yeah, I like Movado.
And in the process of him making Movado, I was around, and I was like, yeah, we're onto something. Like now he's starting to get more polished. He's song structure, you know. Everyone's got bars. Mm-hmm. But no one's going to bump a cypher style song in the club. No one's going to bump a cypher style song while they're chilling and everything. And like, they're just not going to do it. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's just the reality of it. You can love bars, you can love hip hop, you can love ciphers. But at the end of the day, when you're out in the club and you're out at a concert and everything else, you're not listening to someone just spit 32 bars without some kind of song structure. And you will for a little bit, but you're not going to sit there for 3 hours of it either.
Yeah.
And if you say you will, you're capping, and I'll tell you to your face you're capping. Especially if I tell you drop Drake ticket prices and watch 3 hours of someone just spitting ciphers.
No, I agree with
I'm
you.
calling bullshit.
I agree with you.
You know what I mean? And one of my favorite artists, like, you know, a current art is DMX, and it's not even his music, his poems.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The way he writes and everything else. And then he had, like, every great artist. I think we were having this conversation last night. Yep. Every great lyricist and every great hip-hop artist that everyone says, oh, the Nas's, the Jay-Z's, you know, you got to even throw Common in the mix if you're going to talk about lyricism. Mos Def's and everything else. They all had their hard songs and their street songs. They all had that club record, that party record. They all had it.
Yeah, of course.
So for anyone to sit there and say, oh, you can be like this, they all had it in their repertoire. They all had to have it.
You need it in your armory.
You need it in your repertoire, but you also, you have to look at it, they want that money.
And
where
the songs
you're capitalizing, yeah.
But that's
the South took over strip clubs
Think about
with that
the
type of
songs that
music.
always hit the radio. Let's take Biggie, for example. One More Chance. The version you hear on the radio is not the original version.
No, it's not.
The original version is one of my favorite Biggie records. One of my favorite.
Really? Okay.
You know what I mean? And he just goes off, and then this is really one of my favorite. You'll never hear that on the radio except for like Remembering Biggie Day now or whatever, you know, the day he died or whatever. But on the radio, they made a completely different version. It's nowhere near the same. You know what I mean? You're not gonna hear recognize the dick size in these Calcanite jeans. I wear 13s. Know what I mean? You're not hearing that on the radio.
Yeah.
You're not.
But it's weird
So
because
for everyone to say these young kids
ain't
ain't spitting like Biggie, they ain't spitting like Nas, they ain't spitting like this, they ain't spitting like that. You're being a moron. Because all of those artists that you preach about all had club bangers. They all had radio tracks. And it's not selling out. It's called business. Yeah. And when they perform their concerts, you're going to hear a bunch of them. And then they're going to hit you with that one track 7 that everyone fucks with that's really a real fan. Yeah. And you're going to get that. But it's one song at a time in the mixture between building a set. Shout out to DJs. They got to know how to DJ. Start the night, you build the momentum. Then you want to get them the fuck out the club, you start playing them slower, soft songs. Or you want to get them to the bar, you bring the tempo down. You got to know how to build your set and the production and the promotion value. Mm-hmm. So it really, and I'm an OG. You know what I mean? I'm old, right? I'm a dinosaur compared to these kids, what they say.
Speaking of like the whole business aspect, you know, from promo, what's the difference from promos to lyrics to the, what's the difference from being... What's the difference between branding and marketing? Because I feel like a lot of people don't know this.
Well, marketing is how you push the brand. Branding is what it is. That's the product. You know what I mean? And it's like, to be an artist these days, you're literally a superhero. It means you could be introverted. Whatever your government is on your birth certificate, when you become an artist, you get a chance to be something you never could have been. Mm-hmm. That's literally like Clark Kent to Superman. Yeah. So when you step out the door and you're in the public eye or you're at the place, whatever, you gotta throw on your cape and be the persona.
Yeah.
Some people, the persona and the government is the same thing. Cool, if that's you, rock with it. But if McDonald's is dropping a new breakfast sandwich, the brand is McDonald's. Mm-hmm. They're gonna market that sandwich. Are they ever gonna serve that sandwich minus the special ingredient that makes that sandwich? Because then otherwise it's just a regular ass cheeseburger.
Yeah,
facts.
Yeah.
But if it's the Chipotle burger, it's going to be a cheeseburger with that Chipotle.
Yeah.
You take minus the Chipotle, what the fuck is the difference? That's the brand.
Yeah.
You know, to make it as simple as possible, the brand is exactly what it is. It's the product. The marketing is how to now introduce that product to the masses. You can have the greatest music in the world, but if only the people in your block hear it, and no matter how many times you share it on Instagram, how many times you share it on Facebook, if you're not growing a following, eventually even your closest friends are going to be like, bro, you share this shit every day.
Yep.
Like, I heard the song.
They're not gonna pay
I don't
anymore.
fucking care. And then they're going to shut the notifications off. And then everyone's like, oh, friends don't share this and that. Yeah, they probably won't going to share. But that's a psychological thing.
It is.
Because Why do people go nuts for Beyonce and a Jay-Z and everything else? Because they didn't know them before they were fucking Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
But when your mans or your homegirl or whatever starts making music, that's still, that's shorty I went to school with. That's homie I play football with. They can't change that perspective switch, so they're always going to look at them at who they were before the music. You didn't know a celebrity before they were a celebrity, so they've always been a celebrity in your state of mind.
Yep.
And as human beings, we don't tend to flip that switch off and be like, yo, let me respect where they are now, not where they've been. 20 years can go by. You're not still that same punk little kid that was in 7th grade. Now you're a grown-ass man and you're a heavyweight boxer. But they're going to still look at you like the little nerdy kid from 7th grade who didn't hit his element and was still timid. But say that shit to his face now, that boxer's going to knock you the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the problem. And that's
think,
why it's important to market it to get outside your element.
Yeah.
You could shout from your soapbox in your front yard all you want. You're never going to attract nothing new.
No, you're right.
Fact.
I feel like a lot of people don't support you. That also is that they're timid with the fact that, like you said, like I known you since childhood. We grew up. We were the same hood and all that. And like it can subconsciously bother a person to see someone else excel.
Friends are your biggest haters.
Yeah, they are.
The jealousy and envy's a bitch.
That sucks though.
Because it's so hard and humbling to root for someone else when you want it for yourself. Sometimes greed is just the strongest fuel that strengthens the hate.
Yeah.
And instead of just being happy for someone else, be happy and be motivated. Be like, damn, look at him. He's really doing something with his shit. Look in the mirror and be like, you know what?
I gotta do something.
I could do some shit. I'm good at some shit. Let me apply myself. But it's easier to just bitch and complain and hate on the next person.
Of course.
It takes no energy.
No,
none. It's so easy.
And then what sucks is it messes up. It can mess up that person's demeanor if they allow it to. You know, if you have 100 people that you're supposed to be close to you, and you feel like 50% of them are showing you hate, you have a choice whether to not pay attention, move on, or allow it to affect you. Allows comments, allows people's the non-recognition. It does feel weird sometimes when you do something so great and you have to tell yourself as an artist what you did it for. You know, you did it for the purpose of being great in that moment. You didn't do it to satisfy anybody, though.
Yeah.
When you're making that in that moment, you're doing it in that moment. You know, you have to really get in that zone now. Nowadays, there's so many people, and the way social media is, I won't lie, I've been victim to getting upset when I see a friend of mine go to dinner, but won't go to a show. That'd be awkward because we were talking 5 minutes ago and you said you were busy. You know, things like that are shady.
But that's what he was busy for. He was busy for the dinner.
You know, like that.
You
That's
make
why
time
it
for
depends
what
on
you
how you
wanna
want
make
to.
time.
You make time for what you want to
look
make
at
time
it.
for.
You have to also learn that in business you don't take things personal.
Of
I
course.
learned that the hard way.
But then there's also people that cap and they always want you to come and support what they're doing, but when it's time to reciprocate, they don't. So you know what you do? Cut them off.
Yep.
You don't need that bad energy around you.
Yep.
Oh, all right, it ain't for you, it ain't for you.
Yep.
You can't depend on no one but yourself at the end of the day.
Yep.
It's nice to have that support from the family and close ones to you, but it's not going to make or break you.
Nope.
Like you were saying in the earlier segment, there's 7.4 billion people in the world.
Go figure it out.
If you can please 1%, that's it. 1% of 7.4 billion is a big fucking number.
Yes.
It is.
Yes. We can't even know. I think our bandwidth is only worth 150 people we can keep in our head.
I'm from Staten Island, right? Mm-hmm. 550,000 people, roughly maybe 600 with the uncounted.
Born there?
That are there right now.
No, you were born in Staten Island? You were Staten Island, baby?
I was flown in and born in Staten Island from Puerto Rico, yeah.
Nice.
But now, if I take an 8-minute drive, I go from 550,000 to 2.3 million in Brooklyn. I drive a little bit further, it's even another 4 or 5 million in Manhattan.
Yes.
But how many people just won't leave the courtesy of their front yard?
Absolutely.
I feel like that's
especially now with computers, they don't gotta go nowhere.
So does it matter if your cousin doesn't rock with you or if your homie don't rock with you?
Absolutely not.
All right.
Go find somebody that will.
But then when you are successful,
they come knocking.
Remember that energy, and you know what? Still bless them. You know why? Because you're better.
That's
than
who you
that.
are. Yep. That's who you are. You know, last night
manifest your own.
You hit me last night. I knew it would be the case because of your professionalism, but it did feel different to hear it out of your mouth when you said, you know, when I go out with Migs, that's my artist.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, you carry yourself with that professionalism. Does it ever bother you that he is your son?
Yeah, he's my son.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
But
like,
you know what it is? I
feel
usually don't. I don't want people to ever say, "Oh, it's because it's your dad," this and that. Because at the end of the day, I'm not his father when it comes to this business.
Nope.
I almost dropped him from MLM too.
Really?
Yeah, because he started getting comfortable, and he started, depending too much on me. And I was like, listen, we had a big meeting. I was like, you need me. All my artists, I told them this. Y'all need me more than I need y'all. There's tons of artists. Good luck finding someone that works as hard as me for you, though.
Mm-hmm.
And are willing, and that's just straight facts. That's the business. And if you think that was mean, go rewatch Making the Band.
Facts.
Yo,
she just said that about you.
And that wasn't shit.
Compared to real life, because that. Yeah.
I've seen in this business when I was in it, I've seen people get chewed out, abused,
and they still stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comfort can be a bad thing when you get too comfortable and you think there's still work to be done.
Of course.
And even the come up is the best part of this industry. Hitting those accolades, first time you hit 10,000 streams, 20,000 streams. Oh, this accolade, that accolade is dope. But once you make it, those accolades are gone. Now you got to maintain. Your job's not over. Now you got to maintain. You got to stay relevant.
Yeah.
Creativity is finite. How do you balance it out? How do you do this? How do you do that?
You still got to feed the beast. You still got to feed the beast.
And so early on in the career, if you're going to get comfortable, you need to get G-checked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who it is.
Absolutely right.
It's comfort for me. Comfort is like, what's that saying? I tend to say a lot. Good is the enemy of great.
Yes.
You understand? I'm constantly saying that because good is comfort. People get content.
Good enough is second place.
Yeah. And it's like I always told myself I don't want to be good.
Nah,
I hate good.
I hate it.
I hate fucking good. You understand? I know with you're the same way. Your mindset, from what I'm hearing, I'm sure your fucking DM is off the hook with artists talking about, yo, manage me. Mm-hmm. Or you give you consult with a lot of artists. Like, when did you start doing that? Yeah.
I did a lot of pro bono.
I know
2019. You did. I still do it.
Yeah.
I still do pro bono, and I'll drop gems or I'll hit someone with an article, and there's certain artists there's this dude in Flint, Michigan.
Okay.
He messages me every month, once a month. I'm in the studio, OG. I'm gonna work hard until I can get a chance to present myself to you, just to even have a chance to work with you. That humbles the shit out of me. You're in Flint, Michigan. I'm mostly in the East Coast. Yeah, we move around and everything else, but again, I'm a year and a half back in the industry. Mm-hmm. You're in tune with me, and you're I'm inspiring you to bust your ass and work on your craft just for the chance to even have a conversation. Meanwhile, I answer every DM. That has to mean something to you as a human being, or you got to check yourself. You're inspiring people. Everything we do, there's someone watching.
Yeah.
There's always someone watching. So that's why a lot of people abuse their platforms.
Yeah.
And they use it for the wrong things. So it's I have the biggest platform, and I'm probably going to have haters too. But
you probably.
You know what I mean? And it's
you do.
But I always speak so genuine that if you hate me, you're an idiot.
Because I think it's just the fact that
even
how
my biggest haters,
you're becoming.
Even my biggest haters, if they came to me and wanted to break bread and get some knowledge, just shoot me a DM. I have OCD. I'm going to answer that shit. I cannot control it.
Yeah.
I have to answer it. I cannot see notifications and just let them sit.
That's a great mechanic.
Being that you are in the industry and everything, you manage these artists. You mentioned it earlier how Migs, he got scammed or
Mm-hmm. Oh, shouts to Coast to Coast.
Yeah, I heard they were big scam. They did that to a lot of selling tickets. They want you to sell tickets, and the venues aren't even packed. And
they have hip hop competitions that a guy that's 44 years old playing the blues on an acoustic guitar wins. That's not
what?
That's crazy.
But I knew it was a scam. $300 in and out of his pocket.
Being a year and a half in right now with Migs, I'm sure you met your share of promoters and event coordinators, whatever, X, Y, and Z. How do you go about wanting to work with certain people?
It depends on how they handle business and how. First of all, the first thing right off the bat, that's a red flag. PayPal me this, but click your friends and family so I can't get protection on it. That's already a red flag. You're gonna find all the time, and even through if independent artists are listening, indieonthemove.com. It's a good place to find shows all over the country. Mm-hmm. You could plug in, and there's going to be slot fees. And yeah, I get it. You want to get paid for your craft, but no one knows you. No one's buying a ticket. There's a formula. You got to pay to perform before people are going to pay to watch you.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to pay your dues with any job.
With anything you do.
So And then you gotta trial and error. You gotta do some shows, and some shows are gonna be the drizzling shits.
Yeah.
Some shows are gonna be dragged out. Some shows are gonna run.
That's where you learn. That's where you learn your crowds.
But then make the best of every situation.
Yeah.
5,000 to
Even if a
50,000.
promoter is in too deep, and the show runs awry, and they don't have experience. Network.
Yep.
One of my biggest slogans is network to increase your net worth.
Yep.
Talk to people, get some Instagram followers, talk to other artists. Hey, let's jump on a track together. Share fan base. Make the best of any situation. Success is a mindset. It's not a real thing. It's a mindset. And to me, success is when you can find comfort in the uncomfortable situations.
Okay.
Once you can become in harmony with that, you can succeed at almost anything. Because you could take the losses, you could take the failures, you could take the no's. Those are things we face every day.
So success comes with having the confidence in yourself to always know you'll be able to make the right decision, whether it be now or later. You know what I mean? Like,
it doesn't even have to so much be the right decision. It's just knowing how to handle yourself when the time comes and when those certain things present themselves, and how to handle when things don't go your way.
What's a situation that you can say that was impactful and you learned from when it came to like becoming like not becoming, but like dealing with like anything that you failed with it, or it was a lesson learned?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
But like, what's an example for you? Like, what's something that you can say it was an impact for you? But I'm not sure. I'm not
really?
not fail, not him fail. What I'm trying to say is,
no, but I've had
give
letdowns.
me an example of a time where it was such an impact for you because it was a lesson learned.
That smack in the face.
Okay, well, that I found a very big artist today, legendary artist. I got paid a check out to cash because I was under 18. No residual, no nothing, no part of it, no stake in it. Found him at a block party, brought him in, got him signed, became a legend. I didn't get nothing but that check.
Really?
There's a lot of people eating, it ain't me. And that's when I had to start learning.
You had to learn what? Contracts,
educate myself on how to avoid to never let something like that happen again.
Okay.
You know, more recently, it's like, for example, we applied for South by Southwest. Miggs is an official artist. We got denied first.
Okay.
A few weeks ago, we got an email. And like at first it sucked. We were like, damn, you know, with all the traction we're getting, really thought we had a good shot. It was, you know, it's kind of deflating. It's an ego punch. You know what I mean? Damn, you know, all right, maybe we're not doing as good as we thought. You know, you start to second guess. But then we just kept grinding.
Okay.
Forgot about it. Said, all right, next year. And like I said, about a month and a half ago, we got an email back to reconsideration and current things. We would really love to offer the extension to invite you as an official artist to South by Southwest. So not every failure is a full failure. It's just right now.
It's a lesson learned.
Yeah, it's a lesson learned.
There's no losses. You learn from it.
You know,
lessons learned.
There's been shows that we laid out money for travel and went to go travel, and the payment for the show basically either broke even or we lost bread. But we were going for the exposure. And
I can front you. I'm sure you lost bread with me when we went the whole cat.
But you know what? It's an experience, though.
But what made you continue working with me?
You're professional and you care. You genuinely care about every artist that you put on your stages. And I see it, because if you don't have everything go the way it should, you show it. Yeah. You're front and center. You're always around. And I'm going to throw like major stage. Specifically, Temi Ade. Big show, this and the third. She made sure that she had so much she knew on the thing. She stayed downstairs in SOBs the whole time. Didn't give a shit about the performers or running the show. Artists didn't have their music into the DJs. The DJ wouldn't let the artist walk up to them to get it. Miggs was the headliner. Okay. We had 50 people there. He couldn't even get his music to the DJ. Really? DJ was like, no, not right now. She was nowhere to be found. Very unprofessional. Gotcha. We can't not see you at your shows.
Yeah, word.
You're always there.
I said she puts a cape
You're always on point. You always want to make sure that the artist is the most important thing to you on your shows.
Yeah.
You treat an artist with respect the way they should be. And 9 times out of 10, your shows run exactly how they should. 99 out of 100, your shows run how they should. You're the first promoter I talk to when anyone says, I'm coming to New York, who should I link with?
No, I'm like, shout out to, I've been having, like, I was just telling him, I was like, yo, like, I've been having people in my DMs. I'm like, yo, shout out to Mike. Mike's been sending mad artists to me, like.
Because, you know, like I said, anyone can throw a show. Anyone can. You get a little bread up, or you can get a venue for free. You know, they get the door, and you can just be like, all right, give me this, that, the third. Here you go, perform. They don't give a shit if the artist is gonna have a good show, or if the stage is set up nice, or if they're gonna get good content for social media, if they're gonna get good stuff for their EPK, electronic press kit.
Yes, thank you for that.
You know, and other things that are necessary for an artist. You know, you provide HD shots for your artist. You provide video montage for you. You provide them so much more than most people do. You know, and you care about what you do. So, I want to build with someone like you because I have the same passion. Like, you got to have passion for what you do.
Facts.
It's not just about the money.
Yeah.
I've seen you lose money too. You may not. You don't go about saying it this time.
No, you know, I want to just say with you though, like, I think with you, like, one of the reasons why I build with you even more, right? Because I was very, not that I was anti Staten Island, right? But it was just like
We're used to it. Don't worry.
No, but it was more. See, with me at the time, because I was dealing with a personal situation, I became anti Staten Island. However, I ended up building with you, right? And I think what made me grow more fond of you is the fact, like you said, like, you cared. I see your work ethics. And I remember one time, right, during the summer, I believe I was interviewing Migs. And you put me to the side and you was like, yo, I heard you want to quit. Or like you're in a place where, you know, you want to put things to the side and just, you're going through something. And the fact that he took the time, because I know how precious is his time. And that's why I respect you very much. Because the fact that you took the time to just sit me down and you gave me an earful on why the fuck I shouldn't quit was what made me realize that this was more than just a business place between him and I. You understand? We took L's, and I feel like if a person can take an L with you and continue to grow with you, that means a lot. And he took it to a place where it became more personal now. And I see how you work and you're everywhere. And then I respect, you're very respected, by the way. Like, mad motherfuckers fuck with you, you know? And I like the fact that yes, you make your money, but then, for example, yesterday you went to Bobby Levine. You was like, I'm going to give you a 1-hour consultation. Yeah. You know, because you see what artists, what they're capable of, and you're willing to help them grow.
Sometimes all it takes is one nice gesture to keep an artist on the right track. Facts. To keep anyone on the right track. Facts. What's an hour of my time really ain't that big a deal. It's not going to make or break me, but it can mean the world to an artist like Barbie LeVar. Or, you know, it can mean the world to anyone. That's why a lot of times I do take my time out and I speak to people. Yeah. You know, because from personal experience, I didn't have no one. I didn't have shit. I came from the mud by myself.
You figured it all out.
No one helped me. No one threw me an olive branch. I had to figure it all out by myself. You know, family was fucked up, turned their backs. You know, my closest family that I did have taken away way too soon. You know, and other personal shit. So it's like, I'm the type of person that breaks the cycle. Yeah. I'm not going to sit there and repeat what I already know will have me feeling fucked up. Why would I put that on anyone else? Like, I remember what it felt like. Some people just don't let that, you know, sink in. Yeah. You know, like, oh, well, I had to scrape and claw for everything I got. I'm not going to make it easy for you. No, yeah. Bro, throw them a cheat code or two if that's what you want to call it. You don't got to hold their hand. Yeah. And sometimes all it takes is one critical moment in that person's life, a 15-minute, 20-minute conversation, an hour-long conversation that could be the biggest difference of why they kept pursuing or quit.
Yeah, it's not that hard to look out for people. Like, I heard a story of a comedian say something similar to the effect of he saw somebody on stage, and sitting next to the owner of the club, he started laughing his ass off because he was already a known comedian and he knew his friend had something in him, and now he got him a paid spot being a regular, you know, throwing him a bone, just helping him out. I don't think there's anything wrong with doing that as long as it doesn't cut into your time.
Now, we're gonna play some music and then we're gonna come back. All right. So, Apollo, you ready? I'm ready when you are.
Scratch.
Papa told me I'ma be the best. Going home with so much pussy, nigga, I'ma need a couple beds. I'm pretty much Spanish, nigga. I get cocaine on the red. Your girl come with open legs. Catch balls like Odell. Get her wetter than a whale. Now she rip me down like a bell. Now you wanna act like you real. Now you wanna act like you care. You was all cold, now you chill. Where was you when Papa McBell? I keep my hold on myself. She don't fuck nobody else. All my girls fast like a Maserati, cause I get more ass to the porta potty. Yeah. I just wanna be more rich. Tell the truth, nigga, I just wanna fuck your bitch. I'ma take all of yours, empty out all your drawers. Everyone hit the floor. We hit it lit like hallelujah. We hit it lit like hallelujah. Now my bitch is foreign, black and Puerto Rico. Combo right now, combo right now. Tired and tired and tired and bro no more.
Plata, poplo,
Feel like I'm Esteban, feel like I'm Esteban, hey. Feel like I'm Esteban, feel like I'm Esteban, hey. None of my exes can flex on me. All my own niggas can't step to me. I feel like I got the recipe. I play the game like I'm Bellamy. Sumo I sold all my enemies. Treat them like Freddy and Cougar B. Look how I handle my cutlery. I'm from the mud like a centipede. I was so broke, all my money was tied up in courts and the lawyers. Now I fuck bitches with royalty, just like the Game of Thrones house. Pray for me, mama, I'm killing these niggas like cops in Florida. That was warm, I open the morgue up. I just wanna be more rich. Tell the truth, nigga, I just wanna fuck your bitch. I'ma take all of yours, empty out all your drawers. Everyone hit the floor. We hit it lit like hallelujah. We hit it lit like hallelujah. Now my bitch is foreign, black and Puerto Rico. Combo right now, combo right now. Tired and tired and tired and bro no more.
plata, poplo,
Feel like I'm Esteban, feel like I'm Esteban, hey. Feel like I'm Esteban, feel like I'm Esteban. Hold on, wait a second, hold on, wait a second. Now you acting like you put this shit together, nigga. Hold on, wait a second, hold on, wait a second. You was never rapping. I had the money, I had the hoes. I was starting out 2004. I'm with your baby and we smoking loud. I got a nigga that's just going down. Now I know, now I know. You was never there for me.
Ash a cigarette on my skin. I'm tryna burn, 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 burn. When did all of this begin? I'm tryna learn, learn. You say it's my turn, that I'm too faded, that all these voices in my head, they aren't staying, but they keep saying it's all my fault. I've been stuck on the field, what is fake, what is real? Bottle goes popping the pills while I just open the seal. Take off your heels and reveal how you deal with the pain. I walk with you in the rain. Teardrops from the sky above, like I'll never really feel the same. Whoa, all on my sleeve that you see, but you leave, yeah, we both agree that I'm the coldest. Wait, told you that I'll be alright, but I lied, you the whole reason that I wrote this day. I feel like Pete, way I'm just starting shopping. Cemetery in my heart, tearing me apart, inside out. Smoking other wood, sitting on the couch, thinking about the things we should've figured out. I love you, but I hate you. It's all good till they betray you. Never did I think that all these scars would be so painful. I'm only alive when I die, getting high, cause the moment is magic. A million miles in the sky, but it feels like I'm stuck in a casket.
Gravestones engraved with beautiful names. Marketplace with you and me. You and me. You can stay with you and me. In my heart, there's a cemetery. Oh, I'm a spark 'cause you let me in the dark, knowing that I can restart. Cemetery in my heart, in my heart. Cemetery in my heart, in my heart. Cemetery, cemetery. Baby girl, I need a minute. Hard cold, don't feel it. Sipping mixes of forgiveness, but it don't last. Our church crashed down, going fast, I can't back down. Yeah, I just feel like the reaper, we were just dreaming. Yeah, I'm stalking for ends, only seeking new beginnings. What was you thinking? We could be different if you ain't walk out my life. I still text you in the night and I get no reply. Baby girl, it's not your fault. Truthfully, that shit is mine. Cemetery in my heart, cemetery in my life. I'm a spark, but you let me in the dark, in the heart. In my heart, there's a cemetery. Oh, I'm a spark 'cause you let me in the dark, knowing that I can restart. Cemetery in my heart, in my heart. There's a cemetery. Oh, I'm a spark 'cause you let me in the dark, knowing that I can restart. Cemetery in my heart, in my heart. Gravestones engraved with beautiful names. Marketplace with you and me. You and me. You can see with you and me. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why? Why, oh, why? We wrong. How you do me like that? Why, oh, why? Why, oh, why? Hey, why, oh, hey, how the fuck you gon' do me like that? Try to move me like that. How the fuck you ain't choose me like that? You pick them niggas over me, fucking wrong with you, I do you like that. I showed it all to you, you lose me like that. This shit is different now. I'm finna live with all my actions, I ain't switching now. I gotta calculate my blessings that I'm gifted now. I swear I barely feel a thing when I'm lifting now. They don't understand this, they don't understand why. Sometimes the truth hurt, sometimes I can't lie. Sometimes I hate you, sometimes don't know why. How you act brand new when we got old vibes. Why, oh why? Ay. Why, oh why? 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 How the fuck you gon' do me like that? Try to move me like that. How the fuck you ain't choose me like that? You pick them niggas over me, fucking wrong with you, I do you like that. I showed it all to you, you lose me like that. Yeah. Cause I got feelings too. Might not show it, but you feel it's true. Who is this person that you portraying? I'm trying to speak to the inner you. Oh, in between like the interlude. Ain't no second guessing. Never looking back, that's never in my best direction. Probably never trust again, cause I hate pretending. And I cannot show no emotions. Why? Why?
I showed it all to you, you lose me like that.
We was having
we was chatting.
Yeah,
I
we
was, but well, cool. Top of I asked you, what did you see in him?
I saw that it factor again. I saw, like I said, you put certain people on the stage in a group and in a group of other artists, and there's always going to be someone. Well, hopefully, you hope someone's going to stick out, and he sticks out. The way he commands the stage, the way he commands attention, his delivery, his performance, the way he really polished his craft. He's working on his craft, and he takes it serious. And he stepped away from a while too. Like he stepped away, like he became a family man. He had to do what he had to do. And he was always doing his stuff on the low. And this and that. But he had to make a decision, and then he came back with full force. Built his own little studio in the garage.
Nice.
He invested in himself.
Nice.
And he worked on his craft, and he's coming from somewhere true to himself. Like where hip hop originated it was a way for the people to express what they were going through in their feelings in song and shit. And just it's basically it's poetry. Rap is rhythm and poetry.
Yeah, it's expression. Yeah.
So it's a way for people to put their feelings down.
They call it urban.
Yeah. whatever you want to call it, but like he really worked at his craft. And like I said, he's just when he speaks, he's going to command your attention. He carries himself with that demeanor.
That shit was funny. I like his demeanor. He's very confident.
And then, like I said, that little rebuttal at the end, because
icing on the cake.
He said so at the end, and
what
then he tried to catch himself.
All I heard was gay.
He's like, and if you know with that, you gay.
Yes.
And then he was like, oh, hold up, you know what? We're all gay. And it was like, oh, ayo, pause. It was just like he tried to save himself, and he stuffed himself on the rim with the alley-oop, but he had a dope performance, and then that little blunt at the end, it made everyone talk about it, and it ended it on a good note with smiles and laughs.
Because at the end of the day, what is it? Good or bad publicity is fucking some sort of publicity. You understand? So, but it was just funny because I was saying earlier, like, yo, when he said that part, the girl, I peeped homegirl, she was like, I'm gay, and then he was like, and I was like, I'm gay, but I was happy, right? Because I did it on purpose. I was like, and I was cracking up because I'm like, I saw his facial expression, and it was just like he's like, no, like don't take it, like it was like don't take it like that, and then he was like, it's rap, guys, and I was like, nigga, I don't give a fuck, like this is your expression, this is you expressing. I feel like we were saying earlier, I feel like as an artist, you are entitled to express yourself, whether it's good or bad. Like and Apollo said it, you just got to know your consequences, and I said that's a fact.
Facts.
Now, going back to you, I have a question, right? Because you said you took like a 20-year break.
Yeah, just about.
Yo, and
I would dabble here and there, because I always had an affinity and like a magnet pulling me into that. So I would dabble here and there in little things, but then I'd be like, you know what? It's time consuming. I'm raising kids. I'm hustling. I gotta make that. I gotta make ends meet. I ain't got time to chase a dream and build something from nothing.
You didn't give up? I mean, like, you obviously you didn't give up because you said you dabbled in it, but like you didn't really give up on hip hop?
Nah, never. Hip hop's been there for me my whole life.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it's always
even
been a
with
part.
the changes that and how it's
I
evolved
love music.
in a sense.
I love music in itself. I listen to all kinds of music. You know what I mean? Even though I say I hate country, I'm capping there too, because there'll be some, upbeat pop country joint. I'm not mad to it. Like Florida Georgia Line with Nelly.
Yeah.
I got stuck listening to that song driving to Michigan because once you pass Cleveland, there is no hip hop stations
at all.
So I would wait every hour and a half for them to play that fucking song, because finally I'm driving with my boy Irish and he's singing all this country shit and I'm hating life. And then Florida Georgia Line with Nelly come on and I'd be like, yeah, with my windows down. I'm like, yeah, it's something to bump to. The music moves you. If the music moves you, it don't matter what the constant or the substance is. If it moves you, it moves
Language of the universe.
Being a family man, like how you feel about the sacrifices you had to make when it comes to your family?
I mean, there's a cause and effect to everything.
Absolutely.
And nothing comes without sacrifice. And even the people that are born with a silver spoon or a platinum spoon at that, somewhere in their family line, someone sacrificed to make that possible.
Did you have that sit down with your family and was like, this is what, because I was telling him last week, I believe, right? With your family, like Super Bowl weekend, right? Like sometimes you gotta take sacrifices. You gotta make sacrifices when you want something, right? Mm-hmm. So did you have that sit down with your family and was like, all right, look, this is what I want. This is what I'm doing, and I'm gonna give this 100%. Unfortunately, I can't give you that time that I was doing 20 years ago. You understand? Because you gave your family that time. Now you're sacrificing everything for this goal and this dream. Like, did you have that? How did you feel having that conversation, knowing that you're sacrificing?
I made sure that it was understood, and and the support was there, because at the end of the day, my kids are everything. My family's everything, because, like I said, my family growing up, they turned their backs. So it's like I'm a really big family person, and not just to the kids that I birth. I played mentor to a lot of kids. Like, I got this kid Mark's MVP basketball trophy from high school sitting in my curio. That ain't my seed.
Yeah.
But I'm like a father to him. You know what I mean? Like, and I play that role to a lot of people, and I'm someone's big brother. I'm someone's this. You know what I mean? Like, I play a role in a lot of people's lives. But of course, you know, you sit down, you speak to them, and at some point you got to understand, if you put the time in, and now it's time for you to take the time for yourself, and they can't understand that, I don't care who it is, that's just being selfish.
Yeah.
You know, I support everything that, like, my family does or wants to do, and I at least give them the gung-ho push to, let's try it. And if it don't work out, it don't work out, because then you don't have a regret.
Okay.
I'm a very big believer in, you don't want to live life with regret, saying, well, what if I had done that?
Okay.
Eliminate the what ifs out of your life. Take a shot. Take a shot once. And it's cliche as fuck, but there literally is. You miss all of the shots you don't take.
It's a fact.
Do you believe in the laws of attraction?
Heavily.
Heavily?
Heavily.
How long did you start practicing that?
Well, I mean, I have very, like, big depression issues. Like, I'm the biggest critique of myself. You know, but I'm a hypocrite, because I can be so down on myself but uplift everyone else around me.
Yeah, I know.
I could be everyone's therapist, but fuck if I could take my own advice. You know what I mean? And it's the truth. But at the same time, that's what keeps me grounded and keeps me humble.
And it's what makes you who you are.
And it's like, so I don't care so much about what's going on, because I learned to change my mindset. Because the more you stay in your dark cloud, the more you keep just being throwing a pity party, you're not taking action to change.
Facts.
You're not putting the energy out there, whether it's the law of attraction or just law of within self. If you keep sitting there, you know, rubbing your own back and feeling bad for yourself, you're never going to move. You're never going to move. You anchor yourself down.
Yeah.
Like I said, we hear no all our lives. So why should no devastate us? Why should hearing no devastate us? How many times you kicked it to a shorty or you kicked it to whatever, they said no. You're in the club. Club's got 500 people in it.
Yeah,
So because one chick said no, even if it's a 50-50 crowd, you got 249 other people to kick it to. And you know, depending on you, if you're bi, then you got 499 more.
Yeah.
Why should that one no really dominate your confidence in you? Like,
if anything, it should motivate you.
You could be chiseled from stone and this flawless, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
There's still going to be 1 out of 100 people that don't fuck with you.
Of course.
No, you're right about that.
Of course.
So there's 99 other people that will, or even if it is only 60
That's just
people.
science.
You know what I mean? Like, no just means next opportunity.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you.
Yo, Mike, how important is it to own your pub?
Yo, I was just thinking that.
I know, because I saw the time, and I'm like, there's one thing we just didn't. Once you open this book with this man, he really, you should sit there with a pen and paper on how you should really pay attention to owning your pub. So, Mike, can you give them the detail?
Do you guys own your publishing?
Yeah, we have our publishing.
Okay.
Well, first of all, there's this thing called internet royalties.
Yes.
But the only way to get those internet royalties is to have your publishing in order. So the internet royalties for, like, any internet stream, Sirius Radio, you know, even like app-based radio, they generate revenue. They have an ROI. But it just accrues. Your publishing has to be the one to go and get it. So if you're just registering your songs on Sound Exchange and you got your ASCAP or BMI, and I hope you at least got that, it's just sitting there. You're not going to get it. You got to have your publishing in order to go get that. And then you also got to have your publishing to work tandemly with things like collecting your songwriter mechanical royalties. You know, because ASCAP and BMI, it covers here. It covers the United States. It's not worldwide.
You mentioned that last night.
You know,
that was a big eye opener.
There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle that have to be connected, and that's why there's billionaire companies that won't invest in money into businesses in music. People that build rockets say that the music industry and the way it's webbed and how intricate and the web is of this music industry scares the shit out of them.
Yeah.
That they have billions of dollars and they won't even invest $100,000 or $10,000 into an idea of something that might work. Especially with the way that the tech industry is starting to get involved in music. The tech industry could be so much more involved with music, and they won't because they're petrified because they can't figure it out. They can do science, they can do all this and that, but the music industry scares the shit out of them.
It's forever changing. It's forever evolving.
That's why you really need to do the research and start from the ground up
and stay relative too.
You're just saying something that is just, you know, I hear you, and it's just like, it's like these motherfuckers don't want to do the research though.
It's because
They
the
don't.
most
Like,
common
it's
problem
annoying.
with most artists is first it's their why. Why are they an artist? Are they doing it for the passion, for the love, or they're just doing it because they want to get the bag? Because it's, you know, like everyone wants to just, they see the glitz and the glamour. Like I said, in the conversation I had with Fu as well and a few other people, right now, mainstream media pushes certain things in their face. It's so easy to put your music out. Upload it to SoundCloud. Upload it to, you know, DistroKid. $20, you can put your music out.
Mm-hmm.
What's not put in their face is how to protect that music and how much stuff is needed to make sure that you get all the pennies that are attached to it, because it's expensive to put this,
yes,
you know, your craft out.
Go to the studio, buying a beat, everything.
$2.5 billion left on the table from unclaimed royalties. And after a statute of limitations, that's going to get taken and divvied up to the top 10% of the earners in the field.
Yeah.
Which mean the people like Drake and all the other songwriters and everyone that's making the biggest money.
They'll break up my pennies with them if it's not claimed by my
it
pub.
goes to the top 10%.
Fuck out of here.
And that's why it's crucial
Fucking
to not
paying
just say,
taxes
okay,
to
you
Drake.
know what, $20, I'm gonna throw my song on DistroKid. They don't even know what ASCAP and BMI is.
No.
You know, that's a performance rights organization. And then that just gets you so far. That's for the performance aspect of the song. When the song's played on the radio, that's a performance. When you're on the stage, if it's an accredited venue that's registered, you submit your set list,
Yep.
that's a stream.
Yep.
That's a performance.
Yep.
You also wrote the damn song.
Yep.
Well, how do you get that money for being a songwriter? That's when you register with another affiliation, whether it's TuneCore, Tune Design, Song
Because you're a writer.
Do the research.
Yep.
You know, find out the options that are out there. Just like even distribution. There's some distribution companies that just do distribution. There's other ones that do distribution.
And take percentages.
And,
yep.
You know, like Symphonic. If they're doing the distribution and they see the songs moving of it, they'll throw bread at the artist.
Oh, really?
They'll get involved. They'll team up and shoot a video. They'll team up and throw some marketing. And they'll start getting stakes in it because they're trying to move kind of like a label.
Mm-hmm.
You know, CD Baby is trying to do the same thing, but they're just understaffed.
Oh, really? That's what you assume, that they're just understaffed?
I know for a fact.
Okay.
We use CD Baby product.
Okay, you still
partnered by Song Trust.
Got you.
And they're not doing anything that was like the priority label, priority artist. It sounds good, but they're not doing it.
I got you.
So we're leaving them.
It looks good on paper.
You know, like, and this is just some of the things. You situate yourself with something, but you're constantly learning, you're constantly observing, you're constantly seeing what works for you, what doesn't. And you need to know your exit strategies and what's the next step. And how to do things like move your catalog without having loss of data and loss of streams, and how to move your catalog or maybe change the way your publishing is to a different aspect with another publishing and not lose any of the collected data. Like, these are all intricate things. So much more complex than just, yo, my music's on SoundCloud, check me out, I'm next up.
Yeah.
Yo, Mike, you think it's impossible for an artist to manage himself?
No.
With all the things that you just spoke about, with all the things you just
Google is a lot more than big asses and funny memes.
To a person, it's possible for an artist to manage himself in this climate.
At the entry level, yeah. Until you're getting to the point where there's the meetings and everything else, then you want to get yourself someone with knowledge and accredited thing and who knows how to write an email correctly, who knows how to have the right conversation. You know, I'll
better
give you an
representation.
example. DJ Apollo. How many times has someone come up to you and said, yo, spin my shit, dog, I'm the next up. My shit fire, you gotta hit us.
I don't even know how many times.
How many times have they said that without even saying hello?
I can't even count.
Okay.
Some people
But
have
now,
paid me, some people have.
how many times you been, maybe you got a residency somewhere. If someone comes up to you and they come and introduce yourself, how you doing, DJ Apollo? I'm MikeLoco, nice to meet you. Kept it pushing. by the 7th or 8th time when I walk in the building, most likely you're gonna do what? Yo, we got MikeLoco in the building, because I came to you with a certain respect.
Absolutely.
That's how
I'm gonna ask for your email. I'm gonna send you a DJ pack. Ooh, that's a magic word that artists don't even know anymore. A DJ pack is the proper way to approach a DJ. First of all, the DJ is out there hustling too.
Yep.
You want the support of the DJs? Support what they do. Get your boys, go pop out and support where the DJ's spinning. Show the club owner that he's providing y'all a good time, and y'all out there supporting the DJ, so that DJ keeps his residency and keeps getting booked. Get his email. Send him a DJ pack. A DJ pack is an instrumental, an acapella, a clean, a dirty, the BPM, and 3 to 5 songs that could currently be spun with. So literally, even if he was the stupidest DJ in the world, he knows where to put your record.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And while you're in the studio with your engineer, it takes less than 5 minutes to isolate the vocals.
Yep.
Isolate the acapella, write down the BPM. And then it's a little bit of work by you. All right, this is the BPM. It's at 160. All right. Right now, this song could blend with, the box from this one and this one, that, and boom. So now he's going to be like, all right, I'm going to listen to the track one time. You want to even be nicer? Record a drop. DJs love to hear their names in songs.
That's a fact.
He's like,
the crazy part is that he knows all of the content. So it's just like most people don't even know what a BPM is. They don't even know what it stands for. So it's just like he knows all around. I could tell why like you really work with him. Like I met him at, I think it was Lawyers and Labels.
Oh yeah, you did meet me at Lawyers and Labels first.
Lawyers and Labels first.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we was there.
Yeah, on Avenue C.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Like, so we know. So we know the fact that Migs right now is he's an official artist. He's for South by Southwest. You just signed a new artist.
The Truth.
The Truth.
And then we got Drew York, who's he's in a lane of his own. He's like a hip hop.
Yeah, he really is. I like Drew.
It's hard to put a character name on it. He's in his own element.
Yeah, he is.
And he makes good music, and the objective is if I really wanted to, I can have 20% of a ton of artists right now. I literally could have a roster of 200-300 artists. They're all like, and first of all, it would be unfair to them if I were to do that. Second of all, I wouldn't be an honest businessman.
Okay.
I can't devote my time
to 20 people.
To 20. I'm talking about 200-300 easily. There's this kid from Seattle that's crazy. He's got a hot song called the Driver and the Shooter. Calls it a Thuda. Hot record. The beat slaps. Talented. He can't even afford to buy the beat. Not even exclusive. The unlimited lease. What can I do with someone like that? And I got to make these executive decisions all the time with people, and I got to be able to dedicate enough time to each artist respectively.
Yeah.
Until I can create staff and I can have people that are working underneath me that understand what artist development is, that understand how to initiate cold contacts and turn them into warm contacts, how to write a proper email, what is the right way to take a budget and spend it correctly.
Yeah.
So until I can get people under my belt that I can trust with some of these artist careers, I have to keep it within reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus I got to make a name for myself. I could talk all the talk. I've been on panels, and I won't say which panels because, like I said, I'm not throwing shade, but I've been on panels next to people that have been in the game for a minute, and all they do is repeat something they heard someone else say because it sounds good.
Yeah.
And you could tell it's not coming from real emotion.
Yeah.
And we get off these panels, and then I get surrounded by people, and they don't want to talk about it. I didn't understand why, and then I watch back the footage, and I see, and it's important. So it's like I don't want to eliminate my character and damage it by taking on more than I could chew. And plus, let me take what I got and let me do something with it.
Blossom
with it.
Let me
show and tell. Practice what I preach.
Yep.
And I'm also never going to have multiple artists that sound the same.
Yeah.
There's got to be contrasting work because then I don't want to create that competition within my own camp.
Facts.
And that's still going to happen because there was one artist that I was helping out. I was iffy about taking him, but
I thought you signed him.
Right? And he ended up getting jealous and competing because the emails weren't coming in for him.
That's your fault. Work harder.
Every time I got a show for or for whatever for Migs, I politic to get the other artists on.
Okay.
As I should. And it's just two different styles, but it still brewed the competition and everything else, and that's that Northeast shit.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And it's just you got to eliminate that. You got to eliminate that energy. You know, you got to teach them etiquette. You literally have to parent these artists anyway. You got a big brother or a big sister to these artists anyway.
Nah, you really do.
You know, and that's where artist development comes into play. Well, you know, some people say, well, what's artist development? Well, how about teaching them how to sit at an interview?
Yeah.
How to handle talking when, you know, they're in public and this, that, and the third, and how to engage with the fans, how to engage and hold their brand at all costs. You know, Little Tecca, we'll use him for example. He blew up out of nowhere. I messaged Drewski about this one interview. I told him, salute to you for carrying that young man through the interview. Because Little Tecca sat there like a deer in headlights.
He don't know how to talk. He didn't know how to carry himself.
He wasn't ready for the interview process. Ransom hit, blew up, and he was just sitting there. And it might just be his demeanor, but now you see him now, he handles these interviews just fine. So it's like you take that information, you look back, and you're like, yeah, like they throw him to the wolves.
And you can use that as a perfect example of why artist development is key. You know what I mean? It is
absolutely,
key.
But it is very much key.
You also can't have your artists out there shitting on the same fans that, you know, buy his music and make him relevant, you know, or doing stupid shit like recording a video of taking a homeless man's shoes off his feet in the deli and laughing at him and pouring milk on him.
Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You know what I mean? Some people are gonna think that's funny.
OD.
But it's like at the end of the day, like that's animal shit.
Yup, that's nasty culture. That's nasty culture.
That's you know, that's taking advantage of the fact that you're obviously the aggressor. You're obviously in a better position than this man. Man don't want no problems, but like because you're a celebrity, you feel like you can get certain things just can happen, and it's funny and it's good content. And that's where artists has to come in, and PR people have to come in and be like, listen, this is what you need to do. This is how you should be handling yourself. This is the shit you should not be doing. You know, and this is how sit down and do mock interviews, practice interviews, and this, that, and the third. At the same time, you gotta let them stumble. I let my artists make hella mistakes in 2019 on purpose. And I would throw my little digs in there, my little jabs, like, oh, see, this is what I told you, but you know, this way in 2020, all the lessons they learned, now apply it correctly.
Yeah, you can't repeat the same mistakes.
You could preach till the cows come home.
Yeah.
But unless they learn a little bit of, you know,
they got to know what it feels
like.
You
got to get punched in the mouth and taste that little bit of blood in your cheek. You got to know what it feels like. You know what I mean? To realize, yeah, you know what? I didn't like that shit. Next time I'm going to keep my left hand
I don't like the way that tastes. Let me not do that again.
Exactly.
Facts.
You know?
What's next for you now?
Right now we got show March 7th with the Artistry. We have another show possibly in Philly that we're going to either try to make happen because we're literally going to have to go from Philly straight to the airport to fly out to Texas.
Nice.
Okay.
And then Texas is just, we're waiting on the collective schedule from South by Committee to let us know what days, what shows, and what, you know, performance we're doing on.
Okay.
And then we're going to come back from that to another show in Brooklyn in April, and then we got In the Field Radio on April 13th, you know, and then things are going to happen between now and then as well too.
That's what's up. Well, I want to say again, thank you for being here.
Where can they find all that info? Like if they want to come see your shows and everything like that.
Well, a lot of it's on through my Instagram right now. I got to build the MLM Entertainment website.
Okay.
I've been putting that off.
Wait, what? You slacking on something?
Yeah, man.
Hold up. We got him for one.
Yeah.
I was fucking putting you in a pedestal and all this shit.
I'm slacking on the website because I didn't think it was necessary. You know, Instagram.
You know it is.
It is. You know, but Mix718.com has all his schedule, all his accolades, his media, everything that's going on is there.
Nice.
You know, that's there. I just need to find someone that can help handle that because I wear a lot of hats.
Yeah.
You know, it's about building the team. The team is important. We locked down a publicist. We locked down a few other key components. You know, but, you know, other than that, you can stick to my Instagram at MikeLoco. All my artists, you know, The Truth _Staten, at Mix718, at Drew York Official. You know, Instagram's the new website anyway, but you still gotta have the validity.
Still gotta have your .com.
Yeah.
So
you still gotta have the validity of
MLMentertainment.com is coming.
Let's get it.
I want to just say thank you. Thank you for taking the time, for being here, for speaking with us. And I look forward to your growth because I think you guys are dope and amazing. Your movement on everybody that you're working with is just impeccable. You understand? And it's not that I'm trying to big you up. It's just the fact that I really look up to you. You understand? Like, I look up to your work ethics, the way you move, and the respect that you carry yourself. Because I feel like a lot of people are lacking that in this industry. They don't respect themselves. And the way you move is with big respect. So keep it up, honestly. And I look forward for us to grow even more.
Facts.
Y'all gonna be on tour together.
So I definitely so you already know, man. I want to just say thank you to everybody who tuned in, who's been commenting. You guys are amazing. Shout out to all of you guys. Catch us the Artistry every Sunday. It's your girl V-Henny.
I'm your boy Outakaractr.
DJ Apollo, we here.
The Artistry.
Catch us on YouTube, Facebook, or outlets.
Follow us, the Artistry NY.